how do you think is it all just chalked up to the leg that is messing with his accuracy? Because Joe's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league, or is it a mixture of that and rust at this point in the season there, John?
It might be a mixture. I think in the last couple of years, we saw like week 3 and 4 was when he was just starting to feel himself a little bit. And now we're at that point, but this is still an injury that I think we can all agree is going to impact him, if not for the entire season, up until the very end of the season.
Mhm.
And they just have to hope that there's no more setbacks at this point. It's just going to be a weekly clench your butt type of situation when every time that he kind of scrambles out. But it's very clear. Like we've all known that his arm is fine when his mechanics are good, but he doesn't have the godlike arm to just go all upper body. And we clearly saw that. Like there were just uncharacteristic misses, even short or even the short parts of the field where it's just it's just off, and you can just tell. You could tell even last week against the Ravens when the offense was clicking, his release just looked a little bit out of whack, and it starts from the feet, and he can't really plan off of that right foot, and it's going to get better as the year goes on. But even in that case, like there's still that variable of him extending plays and getting out of the pocket, and that's where explosive plays come. He literally said it after the game on Monday night. Like it's part of the reason why they're struggling to push the ball down the field, because he can't really get out of the pocket. And when he does, like that one time where he was scrambling left, like you could see him just kind of gingerly kind of walk off the field, and you're thinking, okay, this is still a problem, and they still don't want him doing this too often. So the more reps that he gets, hopefully the more he's able to mitigate it. But yeah, it's definitely still an issue right now.
Yeah, now I knew somebody's going to say this, and I don't agree with this at all here. But Unknown, I think is that what the name is. He needs to sit, lingering injuries, and ACL needs steady treatment. It's not an ACL, that's a knee. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I mean, I look. I mean, people play with injuries all the time, and everybody keeps saying that. Oh, it could lead to a torn Achilles. Look what happened to Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Rodgers, he tore his Achilles on his other leg. It wasn't the one that he had the pulled shrink calf on. So I don't necessarily believe that, and I don't, John. I don't get it where people are like, look, I agree. If Joe could really hurt himself, I don't think they put him out there. I mean, I don't think anybody believes that. Oh my God, if Joe Burrow, if the Bengals really believe that he can really hurt himself, that they put him out there. He's the franchise. But if you who want him to sit for a month or a week or whatever are the same ones that are in the stands yelling, "You guys throw the ball deep! Oh my God, why don't you throw the ball deep?" I'm sitting there going in the stands. I'm like, he can't. I'm like, he's trying. I'm like, so it just, and I'm not saying, Unknown, that's what you're doing. I just heard that in the stands, and it drives me freaking nuts. It drives me up the wall. And if Joe Burrow is not our quarterback, Jake Browning is, or AJ McCarron now, yeah, we're a very talented team, but the odds of us winning go down a lot. And that's that. And everybody goes, well, that's because you need a better backup quarterback. 99.9% of the NFL teams lose their starting quarterback, have a very slim chance of winning next week. That's just the NFL. That's how important the quarterback position is. So are you on the side of Joe needs to sit, keep doing what we're doing? Where are you at on this whole Joe Burrow nursing injury, playing it, sitting? What do you got, John?
It comes down to two things. If they determine with 100% certainty, or very close to it, that him sitting an extended period of time will get him back to 100%, I can support it in that sense. I just don't think that that's just the case at this point. If he was sitting for 6 weeks and rehabbing it constantly and practicing, and he still was clearly being hindered and bothered by it, I don't think sitting down until the bye is really going to make that big of a difference. Obviously, he'll feel better, but the risk of an aggravation or a retear or whatever the case may be, like that will still exist. I think that's just the nature of this injury. And like you said, if they determine with their best judgment that an offense led by Jake Browning, with his mobility, with his ability to at least move out of the pocket, if they believe that gives them a better chance to win, then that's also a decision that they need to make. But clearly, I don't think they're in that mindset at this point. Obviously, Burrow was not good. It was the first time that they've ever won with him playing that bad. I think it was the first time they've ever won with him like an under 80 passer rating. It's the first time they won, I think, when they scored less than 20 points, which is still pretty crazy to me. But yeah, like what happened on Monday is not sustainable. So it needs to be better. And that comes down to just him playing better. And it's just hopefully just him fighting through this.